Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my new Kelly 32 bag. It's vintage from 1995. It just arrived a couple of days ago from Fashion File. So for the pricing, I bought it for $9,025 and the condition was listed under very good. And I'm actually surprised how good it is. I wasn't expecting it to be this pretty, but then again, I did pay $9,000, so I hope it came in great condition. So you see a little bit of dings in the corners. I don't know if you can see it through the camera. So let's go to each corner. Yeah, you could definitely see it right here. So go to these corners there, and then the final, oh yeah, the final corner right here. You can definitely see that. You can see all of the little stoppers here. I forgot what they're called. It comes with 2 keys, and they fit perfectly under the locket that comes in the pocket here. So if we look inside, let's see. We have a little locket. It's super classic and super pretty. There's very minimal scratching. Like there's just a little bit and a little bit. Oh my god, I love how shiny it is. But yeah, it's just I was surprised when I opened it how small the 32 was. I was expecting something bigger for some reason, but it's actually the most perfect size. I could not be happier. I still haven't experimented with how my things would fit in here, but it's just such a classic and gorgeous bag. Like this is the classic of classics, and the box leather is just it's just so pretty against the sunlight. It doesn't get any classier than this in my opinion. But yeah, so I decided to buy this bag and buy it vintage for multiple reasons. So as I was researching like Hermes bags and everything like that, I came across it on YouTube and stuff, and how it can only be offered through the store, and if you're deemed like, oh, if the sales associate decides that you're worthy of showing you a bag through, like, you know, having a relationship with them and having bought with a brand. So I was doing my research because you know, I'm at a point in my life where I'm making, you know, money. I, you know, aside, you know, I paid all my debts. I have a savings, like emergency fund, and then the rest I have enough for investing, and I've invested enough. I don't know what else to invest to, so this was me looking at other assets to invest in. And I have a Neverfull bag and the Daimler Azure, I believe, and it's just so beautiful. I know that, you know, it's everywhere and everyone has it, but that bag is just so classic, the Neverfull and it goes with everything. I could not be happier, and it's gonna last me like forever. It's not gonna break like my other bags. But it's not really an investment piece. Like it could be in the future with like rising inflation and everything like that, but something that really caught my attention with the markets and how it stands the test of time is our Hermes bags, and specifically the classic ones. So I'm looking at investing, you know, for something like maybe 40, 50, 60 years. And, you know, I spend like what, about 10K now with taxes, like with inflation in 40, 60 years. Who knows how much this beautiful bag will be worth by then. And it's just not even that too, like aside from the investment piece, it's just like a work of art. It's so beautiful. It's like made by a single artist. The stitching requires like 2 hands. It's like it's pure craftsmanship, and it's beauty and form, and it's like owning a piece of art that I can integrate into my aesthetic and my outfit. So speaking of aesthetic and why I picked this in particular, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Kibbe types. So for me, I learned that I am a soft classic, and this goes perfectly with my essence and, you know, the kind of clothes that I wear. It's just so, it's perfect for me, and I'm so happy with my bag. But yeah, and then it's just, to me, when I was researching, you know, the brand and the value of it, and just the craftsmanship. It's really beautiful because you get to participate in this sustainable cycle, right? Like for example, me buying vintage, like this is from 1995. This bag is 27 years old. It had an entire life before coming to me, and then with me it's going to start a new life, and I'm going to take care of it, obviously. And when I pass it on or sell it to somebody, you know, 50, 60 years from now, it's going to have a new life, and it's just, nothing is going to waste, and that is just so beautiful to me. Yeah, and I'm excited to take care of it. I plan to take it next year, so every anniversary of when I receive this bag, it's gonna go to the Hermes spa and get a little maintenance, just like how you would your car, and just maintain its value. But yeah, I mean, it's weird, you know, in the past I would be like, I would never spend that much on a handbag, but it's something that I will wear forever. One, it's like that one bag that will go with everything, will never go out of style, and it's a really smart investment piece, especially what's going on with the markets and with inflation. You know, protect yourself, invest in assets that'll, you know, make your money grow instead of just being stagnant in the bank. So it's just all these reasons why I bought it, and what my experience was. I bought it through Fashion File. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I got it done fast. There's a lot of verification, which I enjoy. They called me, they're like, call us, tell us, you know, to verify your identity. The only weird thing was that they told me that there was somebody had to sign for it when they came, and they even added my partner's name to it. And then they just knocked and they just left it at the door. I'm like, okay. I just bought a $10,000 bag. What the heck, Fashion File. So that was my only ding. So let's talk more about the bag itself, because it's so beautiful. So it came with the strap, the Hermes strap, but for me it's a little short. Like, it only fits nicely around like my just a single shoulder, because if I put it across, it's just like, oh, maybe I'm just too big, I don't know. But that's one of the reasons I bought the Kelly instead of the Birkin, is because it has this utility. Maybe I'll just swap it out for another like generic black band that I can just like freely wear and save this one for the resale value later on. But yeah, and oh, I haven't shown you guys the inside, so let's take this. So I opened up from Fashion File, and let me see if you guys can get like a shot in there. So it looks pretty good, and it came with the dust bag as well from 1995. That's crazy. It's beautiful, it's in perfect condition, everything, and they even stuffed it with like bubble wrap inside to keep its shape. I think I'll just keep that in here, but other than that, it's in the inside looks friggin' perfect, immaculate. It's just I don't know, I don't want to stretch my bag too much to show you, but yeah, but it's just so stunning. I need to find like a what is it called, the thing that you put inside to keep the shape of the bag. I'm gonna buy one, but for right now the bubble wrap will do. I was doing some research as well on how to like maintain it, and I just use like to like dust away all my like fingerprints or something, I use the microfiber cloth. But I heard that just doing nothing, well, it's just well advised. Just take it to the Hermes spot and, you know, take care of the leather, because I heard that the box leather is, you know, the most delicate and most prone to scratching. But it's so beautiful, and I don't think that they make box leather anymore. I read in some comments and some videos that, you know, they continue it, but I mean, so the reason I just went straight to Fashion File, and instead of like, you know, playing the game, I was actually, you know what, let me check out the Hermes store, let me see if I can do this, you know, get it through there, how my home store was. So I live in Mountain View, so my home store was in Palo Alto. When I went there, I, you know, booked my appointment. It was fine. I arrived. They had no idea that I was coming. They were like, oh, surprise appointment. And the girl just felt very rushed. She was really nice, but just like a little like in your face, just a little bit. I was just like, okay. And then she just like, you know, they told me that the shipment's really delayed and they don't really have a lot of silks available, because I wanted to, you know, I just want to start off with a scarf. But it was like, after that, I was just like, meh. I don't really care to do this game. I just want this one bag, to be completely honest. I just wanted this one. Like, I'm not interested in buying a Birkin or any other accessories, in my opinion. I just want the one bag, because I paid $9,000 for this one. So normally, like, I saw online how much like this bag is now, in another leather. I don't think they're offering in this leather, but it was like 11,000, and I was like, wow, that's really expensive. So I saved a little bit of money, and then I would spend a lot more too, because I would have played the game of like, you know, buying a scarf or buying this. And no, I just want one thing, and that is okay. And maybe I'll eat my words later on, but I think this is like, I'm trying to stay like minimal with my heavy investment pieces in fashion, because I want to diversify where my money's going. But I think this will be like my only like super pricey expensive ones. Like, I know I have my one Louis, and that's fine. I think I'll stay with these classic statement pieces forever. And for the experimental fashion one, I could, you know, buy from other cheaply made places and try them on and see, because we tend to lose interest in our clothes, you know. But yeah, this is the bag. I'm so in love. My only thing is like the strap's a little short, but I will, you know, find alternatives. And yes, let me know if you guys are interested in buying a vintage, and why. Like, why did you go towards vintage versus the traditional route? But I'm mostly making this video for the future, like 50, 60 years from now. I keep saying this, but a story of this bag, and like, I'm going to keep making like once a year updates on them, like how my bag is going. So I may in the end have 60 videos for all those years for the new buyer to, you know the history of her. And you know, and also vet the buyers, because I don't want her going to a home that will mistreat her. I want her to be loved. So yeah, thanks for watching.